Missouri voters have many other issues and races to consider Tuesday. We're watching a handful of mayoral contests. In Grandview, incumbent Mayor Leonard Jones Jr. wants another term. He's up against challenger David Robinson. In Liberty, incumbent Mayor Greg Knutson faces conservative candidate Giselle Fest. And North Kansas City Mayor Brian DeLong is up for re-election, challenged by City Councilman Jesse Smith. Along with several school board races, there are a number of education bond issues up for a vote, including a $225 million measure for Lee Summit schools to update school buildings and work on deferred maintenance. Two items affect the Park Hill School District. Proposition G would raise property taxes to support teacher salaries, and Prop O would raise $128 million to replace Park Hill High School and pay for other renovations and improvements. The Platte County School District wants voters to approve Phase 2 of a $62 million bond issue, first approved in 2021. And there's a $175 million measure on the ballot in North Kansas City for school renovations and 2 new performing arts centers. Brian Ellison and Michael Mahoney are back to discuss. Let's start with the local races there. Brian, anything of note?
Well, I think we're watching, of course, school board elections, not only in the Kansas City Public Schools, but around the metro area. Aldermen, city council members in a lot of small towns, and some of those are contested races. I think we'll be following especially some of those mayoral races you mentioned, and it's interesting what those might say about the state of politics right now. You mentioned in Liberty, there's a strong conservative challenger to the incumbent mayor. That's an interesting thing to have happen. It's not a particularly partisan race normally, the mayor of Liberty, and so we'll see how those sorts of elections pan out.
Yeah, the other thing that I want to come back to is the Kansas City, Missouri school bond issue that we talked about earlier in this broadcast, and the fact that this school district, Kansas City, Missouri, district number 33, has not passed a bond issue since the late 1960s, 1967, and they've tried a couple of times, but they've been unsuccessful. We'll see how it goes this time, but that's nearly 60 years ago.
Yeah, generations, right? Yeah, several bond issues, in fact, are up for votes this year, as we mentioned. But it seems there's not really a singular issue, kind of like we talked about. There's no stadium sales tax measure this time around. Will that help or hurt turnout and end these issues, do you think, Mahoney?
I think the fact that this, an issue as wide-ranging as the stadiums is sort of a one-off. It's an outlier. Normally, unfortunately, these municipal elections have very low turnout, generally under 20%, and it's frustrating because that's the fact, and I say this all the time, that's where the rubber hits the road all the time in terms of if you got street lights, how your garbage gets picked up, all your public safety, all of these things. These are the folks in city government that touch your lives directly, almost on a daily basis, as opposed to what you think about the president or what you think about Congress.
100%. It's literally where the rubber meets the road, because road repairs are on the ballot in places like Independence. You know, Cody, I think the other question that a lot of folks are going to be watching is Kansas City, Missouri's question 2. It's a relatively minor issue on the ballot. It's about the city being permitted to sell 3.5 acres of parkland, but it's for a really significant reason. It's for the Ronald McDonald House, sitting there next to Children's Mercy Hospital, to be able to expand its building and serve more families. Question 2 is necessary because of a sort of interesting part of Kansas City law that says when parkland cannot be sold without permission of the voters. And so it's a relatively small parcel of land, but could have an impact on families in that area.
And those small park issues in Kansas City, I know for a fact, and across the region, they're on almost every local ballot, it seems, that they want to take back or repurpose a small park. We'll see how it goes.
I'd like to underscore too the importance of municipal elections. Turnout is never really that great, aside from last year, as you said. But there's some big issues that voters have to consider.
Well, again, I mean, like we say, this is the level of government that affects you the most, and it's the one that people do not, at least in terms of polls, pay much attention to. Meaning going out to the polls.
But time and again, the voters do end up selecting individuals at those school board levels and at city council who end up making the decisions that affect their lives the most.
It matters a lot. Brian Ellison, Michael Mahoney, thanks. We'll see you after Election Day. Make KMBC 9 News your go-to source for Commitment 2025 coverage with in-depth analysis of the races and issues and results as they come in. It's all on air and online at KMBC.com.